Shane Dawson's docuseries reveals even more Logan Paul secrets.
Rihanna refuses to perform at the Super Bowl.
And Colleen Ballinger says goodbye to Miranda Sings.
All that and so much more on today's Rundown.
So yesterday we got a Nickelodeon reunion that will give you all the feels, but you guys, that's coming later in the show.
Well, and we are talking already about all the feels, and you're gonna be feeling them right now as Miranda Sings is possibly over. Is she still a thing anymore? We'll see. Colleen Ballinger just uploaded a video to her YouTube channel documenting her last performance as her alter ego, Miranda Sings. She talked about her love for performing ever since she was a little theater kid and how much she enjoyed the ride that Miranda took her on for 10 years. She recalled being on stage for the last time, saying, quote, "Being on stage that night was really surreal. The whole time I was up there, I was thinking about every performance that I've done, what I've gone through to get here, all of you, and how wonderful and supportive you've been." When her first Miranda video went viral, Colleen talked about getting emails from people in New York asking her to perform. Since then, for the past 10 years, she has taken every single opportunity to do shows. She showed a bunch of adorable throwback videos from performances in the past just to really get us all in our feelings, honestly. But all is not lost. Colleen is about to start a family and needs to take that time off to enjoy being a new mom, which I'm sure her fans understand. She made sure to mention that she wasn't going anywhere, saying, quote, "A lot of people were acting like I was dying, and I know I'm kind of being dramatic right now, but I'm still here. I'm still Miranda." She concluded the video with a final thank you and a sentiment that will inspire a lot of her viewers, saying, quote, "If you had told me that little 10-year-old theater dork in her bedroom singing to the mirror that she'd get to tour the world performing and doing comedy for people, I never would have believed you. You made my dreams come true." I think there's something so inspirational about going for your dreams and looking back at everything that she's ever done. It's just insane. 10 years of being a character.
Yeah, she did say also in the video that she probably wouldn't tour for a while, but she didn't say she'd never tour again. So if you're a Miranda Sings fan, it's not over. It ain't over. The Notebook, what's his face in the Notebook? It's
Ryan Gosling.
It was never over.
It's not over, guys.
Well, we found out yesterday that Rihanna actually said no to performing at the Super Bowl, and her reasoning could be kind of controversial. So yesterday it was announced that Maroon 5 had been selected to perform at next year's Super Bowl, which is taking place in Atlanta, but turns out they were not the NFL's first choice. So Rihanna was originally asked to perform, but declined because she's not here for how the NFL has treated Colin Kaepernick, who was the first player to kneel during the national anthem as a symbol of disapproving of the many racial injustices in America. So Kaepernick has not played in the league since 2017 and is currently in a legal battle against the NFL, who pretty blatantly blacklisted him ever since the kneeling protests began. So naturally, fans were upset to not see their favorite performer perform at the Super Bowl, but for the most part, fans are so understanding of where Rihanna is coming from. One person wrote, "I think it's cool that Rihanna turned down the Super Bowl because she doesn't agree with their attempt to silence those who kneel." So the Super Bowl, you guys, is set for February 3rd with Maroon 5 as the halftime performers, and some sources are reporting that Cardi B might actually be joining them, but this is just a rumor as of right now. I am pretty bummed to not see Rihanna perform at the Super Bowl. She's such a great performer, and I feel like we haven't really seen her do an epic, huge performance like she would at the NFL for the Super Bowl. But I understand that a lot of people are really upset about this Colin Kaepernick thing. And you know what? If it doesn't align with what she believes politically, I totally agree that she shouldn't perform.
Yeah, I think especially celebrities, they're put in a position where if they voice how they feel, people are going to hate them. If they don't voice how they feel, they're going to hate them. So just do you. And the fact that she's sticking to her own morals really says a lot about her. And you guys, if you're anything like us, you've been super obsessed with this Shane Dawson docuseries about Jake Paul, and it came to a close, and I think we're still trying to recover, but there's a lot to talk about. Alyssa recently revealed what happened between her, Jake, and Logan from her point of view and the ex-girlfriend of Jake Paul. And her account was as compelling as it was dramatic. She told Shane that she did, in fact, hook up with Jake's brother Logan, but that it was a one-time deal prompted by over a year of Jake hurting her by hooking up with other girls while they were together. So cut to yesterday's finale inside the mind of Jake Paul, and we finally got to hear Jake's side of what went down during that messy time. Jake admitted to Shane that he did hurt Alyssa many times while they were together, and that he believed her hooking up with Logan was her way of inflicting as much pain on him as he'd inflicted on her.
And she wanted me to feel that same pain. And so I think out of spite, she began a relationship with my brother behind my back.
Jake then went on to detail how he found out about the affair, and it was clear that the entire ordeal initially left him in absolute shock.
Hey man, like, I've been kind of like putting clues together, but like, Alyssa and your brother have been having sex.
Jake then told Shane that Logan's excuse for hooking up with Alyssa was that he didn't know that his little brother and Alyssa were, quote, actually a thing, like actually dating. Jake also explained that he's since forgiven his brother because he believes that Alyssa's plan was to tear them apart, and he didn't want to, quote, give her what she wanted.
Like, why would my brother do this? Was like one of my first thoughts. If I let this like affect me and like ruin my life and I just like become depressed and like sad about it, like then she won. And that's why like I had to like fight against it.
Jake made it clear that while he's still processing everything that went down and that it gave him major trust issues to deal with, he just wants to move on from the whole situation. Another topic explored in the mind of Jake Paul is whether or not Jake Paul and Erica Costell's relationship is real, or if it's been fabricated for YouTube. But first, we start out with the origin of Jerica.
How long do you guys want to give her? Well, officially like 4 months, like super official, but before that it was like...
It was a while. We've been together a while. Like a year. Like
That's what I'd say. I feel like you guys have been together for a long time. Just like...
We just never like wanted to...
Make it like Facebook official.
Yeah.
Jake revealed that during this time, a lot of his life was coming down around him, and he didn't know who to trust. These two seem perfect for each other right now, but it turns out Jerica almost never happened. The first couple years that Erica was living and working with Jake in the Team 10 house, she had a serious boyfriend.
I love you now, but like I couldn't like stand him because I was working for him. You know what I mean? Like it was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
great.
When, no, like.
Yeah, I didn't like you either.
No, you know what I mean. Like
That actually built a strong foundation though.
it did.
These two saw each other every day for 2 years and never had feelings for each other. Jake admitted that one day he woke up and thought, damn, she's hot.
Okay, so there's a lot there. I find it so fascinating that Shane would put this together without really choosing a side, but painting both sides in an honest, compelling way, to the point where at the end I didn't know what I believed and what I didn't believe, and I just think that really goes to show how good of a storyteller he is. And at the end, like you're like kind of like Making a Murderer, which by the way drops today, part 2. I'm so excited. That's what I'm gonna be doing this weekend. But when you get to the end of it, you're like, I don't really know what to believe. So I still don't know what to believe about this. I need a part 2 of the Jake Paul inside the mind of Jake Paul.
Yeah, like another 8 parts, and
Yeah.
you have 16.
Yeah.
I think that's why it was nice that that Shane took his time telling this story. It's like 8 whole parts, and then the last one, guys, 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's insane. So thank you for sharing all of this.
You guys, Miranda Cosgrove and Josh Peck reunited, and it was so cute. So these two had an adorable reunion as a result of a prank that actually David Dobrik planned. He slid into Miranda's DMs and pitched the idea to her of the reunion, and she quickly accepted. So after meeting in the car prior to the prank, she said it had been 4 to 5 years since she saw Josh. Dave then brought Miranda over to Josh's house, and he handed Josh a gift for his new baby and said, quote, "It's actually not for me, and well, you gotta see it for yourself."
It's from your sister.
Yes. Behind me.
Come out.
Yes.
And then they hit us with this.
It's like both of my worlds colliding.
You look good, boob.
These two caught up and Josh apologized for not inviting her to his wedding and thanked her for not tweeting about it. But of course, in true Drake and Josh fashion, they ended the video with a prank. Miranda not only left with that Megan kind of satisfaction of pranking Josh, but she also left with Matt's number. I love the nostalgia factor when two people who worked on iconic shows years ago reunite for something, whether it's an SNL bit, whether it's a silly viral video, whether it's a prank on a YouTuber's channel. I just think there's something really special. There's something really special about Josh and Drake anyway.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I think it's even more special now that people can see them reunite as grown-ups. I mean, he's having a baby.
I know. Well, and did you, his eyes lighting up when he realized that it was Miranda Cosgrove? I was just like, stop it. So stinking cute. And then when he sees her, he's like, look at you. You look like a grown-up. And I think that's just like, that's so relatable.
Yeah. Okay, are you guys as upset as we are that Rihanna is performing at the Super Bowl? I mean, I do love Maroon 5. I feel like we haven't talked about them enough in this discussion. They're great. I love them. But Rihanna is just so epic, and I just really wanted to see her perform. Let us know in the comments if you are as bummed as we are. Yeah.
Well, and also let us know in the comments down below how you are recovering after watching the whole series of The Mind of Jake Paul. If, you know, like, what are you doing? Because I could use some help too. There's just a lot going on in here, you know what I mean?
Well, you're like teasing me right now. I actually haven't finished the series yet. I'm going to this weekend, so
Brace yourself.
I can't wait to go watch it and then comment back on this video about how I feel about it. Also, you guys, we have a brand new Kardashian series over on Clevver Style. It's called Keeping Up with the Cleverdashians, and we did 4/5 videos for you over there. So if you have not subscribed to Clevver Style and you have not seen our content over there, you should, because we lived like the Kardashians for 24 hours. We ate like them, we dressed like them. We literally lived our whole life like them. And now I'm so jealous that I have to be back in
I'm so
my own
sorry.
skin now. So, all right, you guys, it is Friday. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.
Bye.
Also, click right here to see why Camila Cabello's Havana ad for Spotify was banned in the UK.
Oh yeah, that's a very juicy story. But before you do that, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can watch us more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.